Good morning, boys and girls. I'm Kyria Christina from the Church of Taxiarchon at Crow's Nest, and today we're going to be talking about the prophet Elisha. Boys and girls, do you know what a prophet is? A prophet is a very holy person who has a special relationship with God, where God talks to them and tells them what people need to do. Now, when Prophet Elijah had finished God's work here on earth, it was revealed to him that in a few days God was going to take him back from earth. But he did not want his disciple Elisha to follow him. That's why he told him many times that God was going to send him somewhere. Elisha, however, kept on following him. One day, as they were traveling by the Jordan River, they saw on the opposite side of the river 50 prophets who were waiting for them. Elijah was wondering what they were going to do. How could they cross the river? Elijah, as the two of them stood by the river, then rolled out his cloak, struck the water, and divided the water to the right and to the left. Elijah and Elisha walked over to the other side. Elijah then asked Elisha, "Ask me anything you want." "I want to have double the grace of prophecy that you had." Thought Elijah. "You are asking a difficult thing. Yet if you see me when I'm taken from you, it will be yours. Otherwise, it will not." On the road, as they were walking along together, a chariot of fire and horses suddenly appeared and took Elijah up to heaven. Elisha saw this and cried out, "My father! My father!" This was the last time that Elisha saw Elijah. He was so sad he tore his clothes. He then grabbed the coat that had fallen from Elijah as he was getting out onto the chariot. He then traveled back where he had come from and miraculously crossed the Jordan River by separating the water in two and crossing over. All those nearby who saw this miracle called out, "The spirit of Elijah is with Elisha." And so they accepted Elisha as a prophet in place of Elijah, and they worshipped him. Elijah performed many miracles through the power of God. Now, one miracle Elisha performed was the healing of a leper. In those days, there lived a famous general, the commander of the army of the king of Syria, whose name was Naaman. He always won all his battles. However, he had a very bad sickness called leprosy, which is when a person gets big sores all over their body. Now Naaman had heard of Elisha and asked his servant to take him to see him. Elisha instructed Naaman to go straight to the Jordan River and wash himself 7 times, and in this way he would be healed. At first, Naaman was hesitant, and he saw no difference after washing himself a few times. His servant encouraged him to wash some more and some more. He and his servant were ready to give up. But after several times, the miracle started to happen, as Elisha said, and Naaman was healed after washing himself 7 times. Naaman said, "Now I know there's no God in all the world except the God of Israel." So, boys and girls, God sent his prophets to teach us about God. And here we have an icon of the prophet Elijah on the left and Elisha on the right. Prophet Elijah is venerated as a saint in our church, as he was taken to heaven by God. We remember him every year on the 20th of July, which is tomorrow. So, boys and girls, I hope that you've listened carefully to today's lesson and are able to tell your mum and dad what the name of Elisha's teacher was. It would also be lovely if you could tell them about one of the miracles that Elisha performed. Now, there are 2 activities for you to do today. The first one is a find a word, and the other one needs you to draw lines to match each shadow to its shape in the picture, and then color in the picture of Naaman, who is washing himself in the Jordan River, as the prophet Elisha advised, to cure himself of leprosy. And do you remember how many times Elisha told Naaman to wash himself? If you said 7, you are correct. Thank you for listening to today's lesson, boys and girls. Goodbye and see you next time.